like, yeah, sure, let's start. So for the newcomers, maybe we can do like a quick intro. I was thinking, so what's Marinade? We're thinking that Marinade presents like a DAO that makes Solana the most decentralized, capital efficient, and easy to work with. And when I say decentralized, at this moment, Marinade stakes to more than 400 validators on Solana, trying to spread around the stake and make it more secure and robust and capital efficient. Marinade does for you is that it unlocks the stake liquidity so that you can use it, mSOL, then back in the ecosystem pretty much anywhere. You can lend it, you can borrow against it, put it in the pool. When I say easy to work with, it takes just a click to stake and you're done. So it's super easy to work with. Also good to mention is that Marinade does not become a validator, stay the most objective. And Marinade also didn't take any VC money. There were no private or public sales. The only way to get a seat around the governance table is actually by contribution. And looking at numbers these days, Marinade has almost 7 million SOL stake. It's about 2% of the SOL stake total. And it makes about $500,000 in protocol fees per month and is growing quite fast. So we're all excited to tell you what's coming next and what we've been after and where we are heading. Right, Gekon?
Yeah, okay, I can take it over now. Thanks, Michael. So I've been asked to maybe look at the ecosystem we are interacting from the Marinade's perspective right now. So I've prepared very quick overview. I think in terms of AMM or decentralized exchanges, the most news you've seen are on Aldrin, which recently started their AMM liquidity pools, and we are experimenting with them, and they are really open to collaborating with us on new pairs. You might have noticed UST, which is stable dollar from Terra blockchain from Luna, which is interesting, and we think is going to play a larger role and larger role. And also we've created a Mango mSOL pool because Mango is one of the project we really admire in terms of how they are building the product, how they are working with the community, how they are participating in the ecosystem, and wanted to support it to switch the liquidity from Mango from SOL to mSOL. I think that's most of the DEXs. On the centralized exchanges, you've seen mSOL being listed on FTX, and we are talking to basically all other major centralized exchanges to integrate mSOL in some way or form. Most approachable vector right now for us is to push mSOL as their earn product, and based on that we can maybe provide it as a collateral to perps or do pairs against mSOL. Right now there's nothing solid to share, but we started talking with those guys, and what the biggest centralized exchanges are. So let's hope that they can find us trusted and meaningful enough, and we are definitely pushing on that by being as open as possible with audits and ecosystem integrations and with you. So there's some possibility that people from their teams are in the Discord reading what you write and enjoying the memes you are creating. Go on. Hello, Lucio.
Hi guys, sorry for the delay.
Lending. Lending is one of the most interesting categories for us because mSOL is obviously an ideal collateral as it increases in price every epoch. So every 2.5 days, your loan is more secure. We've recently managed to like finish, but actually really start our good relationship with Solana. So you can see how their deposit in SOL is slowly ticking down and deposit in mSOL is slowly ticking up. That's I think like one of the bigger wins in the last like few weeks for us, because like Solana has a really like good reputation in the Solana ecosystem, and I'm excited what else can we do together. Perpetuals, I know that technically I can list Mango under lending, but for us it's more like perpetuals. So I've already spoke about that. We managed together with the help of good friends from Mango Heroes to write a proposal on a Mango forum and push it on the Mango DAO voting system, so that mSOL was listed on Mango, I think a week ago. I like this wasn't a one-person effort. Like few individuals collaborated. A lot of people voted on the proposal. So here I'm like really proud that the community from both projects are coming together to push something. And I should really speed my overview up. So I'll go. I think this week you might have seen that Invictus, which is Olympus DAO clone, integrated mSOL in one of the payment currencies for their bonds. So if you are into Ponzi games, and I mean it in a good way, like check them out. I think they are doing some really interesting stuff with community building. So they are now accepting mSOL denominated bonds in exchange for Invictus. And moving into NFTs area, so we are discussing how to mint and list NFTs in mSOL with the major platforms. We had some progress by actually speaking with living human beings on Breakpoint. That really helped. We found that Metaplex already supports any SPL token, including mSOL. So really, it's up to a team to choose the listing or minting currency. That's good. We are now talking to SolC and other, or we will be expanding it to other major NFT platforms to be able to do that. And also we are onboarding and helping first few projects in the NFT space to mint their NFT, to mint their NFTs in mSOL and to list them in mSOL, and also, which is for us and for you maybe quite interesting, to also like help them how to actively manage their treasuries by staking them in Marinade and earning a yield or APY on it. On that, I think we will be communicating a bit more with the partnership of some of those NFT teams. And lastly, or like last two topics, we're also talking to the biggest wallets on Solana, or like the basically most used wallets to get Marinade tightly integrated into their UIs and into their like product. Nothing is finished, but we've been working on like mockups to send to both of the wallets to speed things up, and hopefully we will see some like progress in the department. So new people coming to Solana will be able to discover Marinade pretty quickly, and like I think like both the wallet providers want to have something like that, and we are definitely excited and are pushing the things from our side. Lastly, we're working on an SDK to help any project stay or mobile app, and we will we see this as a push to really be visible in the first screen. So whenever people will discover Solana, they will also meet Marinade there. I think the development on that is slowly wrapping up. So we will be finally able to onboard this to our partners, and we want to connect it to some program, so it makes sense for the partners even on the business perspective. One last topic there is games. We haven't really talked to any major game in the Solana ecosystem, so this is one of the frontiers we want to open in next few months. I want to end. This has been a long monologue. I'm sorry for that. I want to end on a request. If you see some cool product in Solana, and you want to use mSOL in there, tell them. Based on this input or based on this feedback, we can start talking to each other. That would be helpful for me or for us to get to know where you want to enjoy your mSOL, where you want to use the mSOL the most. Thanks. And now back to whoever's next.
I guess that's me then, with a retroactive
Perfect.
claim.
Take over, Sab.
All right. So we're at wave 3 now in the retroactive claim of the MND token, which, as you all know, is for the early users of Marinade. So far so good. There hasn't been any real proper delays as well, which is nice. And we've been able to stick to this weekly waves. Roman in the team has done a really good job with making sure that the claim is fair and done in a good order. So big thanks to him and his efforts. Lucio's also been helping out a lot. So we are all really grateful for the effort from these fine gentlemen regarding the retroactive claim. It's thanks to them that it's been going so smoothly. And just to recap, in wave 1, we sent out some MND tokens to all the people who helped us in the DevNet. And you guys really helped us on the DevNet. Like the help we got from you guys there was invaluable to us to be able to launch on the mainnet. And then in wave 1, we started sending out to the real early users MND tokens, right? And it was 1.7 million MND tokens in wave 1. In wave 2, it was 3.4 million MND tokens. And now in the current wave, it's a little bit more than 2 million tokens. So it's a substantial amount of tokens that is in each wave. So make sure to not forget about your possible MND, because there is a lot of people that has not claimed their MND tokens yet, and they don't want to miss out. So if you know somebody who used Marinade previously, maybe you could remind them if you're good friends or something. So I'm going to share a link in the open kitchen chat here to the retroactive rewards section in our docs, where you guys can stay up to date. And we also have the FAQ channel here in Discord. So there you guys should have all the important information. But if there's any questions regarding if you're eligible or whatever, you can always ask in the general chat or in the support chat, and we'll help you. And after all of these waves are done, we also, as mentioned previously, have kind of a buffer to we're going to look to people that had issues with claiming. So after the last wave doesn't mean that the whole event is 100% done. We want to make sure that we're fair to everybody involved. That's all. So that's the status of the retroactive claim, and I'm really happy for how it turned out, to be honest. So once again, thanks to Roman and Lucy, because you guys need to understand these guys. Roman and Lucy has put in a lot of man hours to making this happen in this fashion. So it's been a lot of effort. So thanks again. So I will conclude this little segment of the retroactive MD by that, and I will hand over the microphone to David, who will talk about the DAO.
Okay, so hi guys. The last month, at the beginning of the month, we've seen like explosive growth of the TVL from like 2.5 to almost 7 million at the moment, and like now we're getting a little bit, I would say, saturated, or like some plateaued a bit. So we're using this time to build a solid foundation. So at the moment we're trying to grow as much as we can, with our team members. So at the moment we've already onboarded more than, I would say it's all like more than 10 contributors.
Hello.
Right, guys? Hello, Marco. Yeah, so it's like we basically doubled, as we doubled our TVL. We also like doubled our team, and like there's still like quite a lot of space for more of you guys. So I encourage you to feel free to reach out if you see like there's something that we can make better. And yeah, like I would say the thing we're most focused on at the moment is that we realize that our product is it's awesome. Everyone like knows Marinade. We're integrated everywhere, but the thing we are maybe lacking, or like it's like our bottleneck is our communication. So at the moment we're like building like this like a working group which will just take care of this and like help us spin up the right Marinade narrative, and help us to reach out to people who actually might even don't know what Marinade is, or how are we like different from other products, and like how basically our product work. So I will also like encourage you, if like if there's like some native person in the public and want to maybe help us with regarding that, feel free to reach out.
Yeah, I can add to a little bit as well from my end. So please get in touch if you want to contribute. And many of you probably already have and haven't heard anything from us. You've been using the Google form. It's just we have a pretty big backlog of applicants there, and we're trying to process them as fast as we can with the resources we have. So sorry for the delays regarding that, but we're working on it. So you guys know that. And another like fun thing to know perhaps is that currently, I'm just looking at it quickly, we have about like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we have more than 10, like we have up to like 15 plus work groups or like small projects within the DAO where things are being built. So things are happening, and it's gonna be cool to see the harvest from this later on as well. So I guess that means that we're moving forward to the redesign update. I guess that's you, Ellie. And Jan, yeah.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. So nice to see so many of you here. As you might know, or some of you have already maybe seen bits and pieces of it, we are working on this redesign and rebranding of Marinade. Those of you who managed to see Michael's presentation from the Breakpoint conference have already seen some of it. And the last weeks, we've been really busy preparing all the assets and brainstorming new ideas and improvements for the future. We have also taken some time to get to know you guys a little bit better by doing some user research. And I want to say thank you so much, those of you who took the time and filled in the survey. It's like super appreciated. It's going to help us a lot going forward. Anyway, I'm so excited to start rolling out the changes in the upcoming weeks and to get to share with you what we've been working on and the thought process behind it. I don't have anything special to share right now, but just stay tuned and we'll be rolling out these changes soon. Over to JJ, who's going to tell you a bit about what the front-end team has been up to lately.
Thank you. Yeah, I have just a quick update because right now the team seems to be to have pretty good pace. Most of the design is pretty much done. We have really nice stream of activity in our GitHub repo, and right now we're working mostly on the functional side of the app. We are integrating with new wallet adapters that will be compatible with Ledger, and it will also be easier for us to add support to new wallets we might not have support for right now. We're still doing a little bit of refactoring because it's just needed. And we also are working a little bit on some security processes, the GitHub and project environment itself. So we have it slowly ready for open sourcing when the time comes. So that's pretty much everything that's happening on the front end right now.
Cool. Good stuff. A lot of things is happening there indeed. I can see the activity in the chats is just pretty intense. I have difficulty, catching up with all the chats there. So I guess the next topic to address is the MNDE, the Marinade token. And I heard that the Gekon that you wanted to say some words regarding our Dare token.
Yeah. So MND is for us like a topic for the next month, really. Like we've been quite successful in getting it out to the ecosystem, and we spend a lot of time thinking like what it should do together with some of you in between the team, in between the partners. Right now, what we are working on is to prepare like I don't have like any specifics to share with you right now, but I want to commit to figuring this out in a public way. So we will prepare like a document outlining the utility of MND the way we see it. We are working on experiments in a product sense that might support it, and we will create probably like nice website again inspired by the Mango team that will dispel any confusion of what an MND is doing, could be doing, and shouldn't be doing in anyone's. Hopefully, this way we will clear any remaining fog remaining on what does the governance token means. How does it interact with the DAO, with voting, with the treasury? We are all building together, and you will be always, or you will always have a single place to refer to if you will be explaining why it's cool to participate on Marinade or hold a Marinade token in your wallet or vote with it. Here I wanted to say like one thing. Since the very beginning, we were promoting that MND is a governance token on Marinade. The governance is actually a function of ownership. So in a way, you are owning part of the DAO. And maybe not everyone in here knows that inside the Marinade, there's some pretty lively streams happening. So in the chat, I shared the open stats we have for Marinade, and it's important to point out that the treasury in Marinade is something all of the Marinade holders and the Marinade DAO together will manage hopefully to get the humanity to the broader cosmos and colonize stars, but more locally to make Solana even better than it already is. That's our goal, and we'll get into more details there. Maybe let me quickly ask Michael if he wants to share some thoughts about this topic from his perspective, or maybe Lucio or someone else. But I'm just gonna ask you for a bit more patience to create the presentation inequality we aspire to.
Yeah, like I would say that just to sum it up quite clearly, we want to remove like any informational barrier so that everybody behind, Marinade and all the MNDE holders really have everything on hand to make their decisions and also see the revenue streams coming in and also see a direct link between the token and spending this treasury or deciding how it's going to be spent. So this is a topic like the 4 next weeks to figure out the plan, and then from the next year, I would say, to start executing on the plan.
Thank you, Michael. And maybe we can move the token for speaking to our dear guests here. What do you think, Sebastian?
I think it's high time to talk a little bit about mangoes and that kind of spectrum of things. So Johan and Etzblo, please be our guests, and you're more than welcome to explain what Mango Heroes is about.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you well, Etzblo.
Okay, great. Thanks. Yeah, so Mango Heroes started as a project just to support artists and developers that were working on Solana, specifically Mango Markets. So we had some ideas of like how can we make the platform a little bit more social, sort of like Bybit. So how can we do that? So the first thing was like, what if we had like an avatar for users on the platform? There was already things like a leaderboard and such, and we thought it'd be cool to like implement that and further social elements onto Mango to really increase the user base and get it to rival the user and the liquidity of like a centralized platform. But from there now we've sort of branched out to just working on other things. So the two main projects we have right now is a decentralized social media and a betting mechanism for a future fighting game that we have. Because I think that the two major elements that will bring a lot of massive adoption in crypto will be through gamification and social elements. So that's what we're kind of focusing on. Most people kind of just assume that we're like a cute NFT project, and yeah, we can make some cute NFTs, but the team is a little bit more experienced and a little bit more versed in everything that's going on in crypto, and that's kind of what goes back to why we converted like half of our treasury into mSOL, and we're able to farm that on platforms like Orca with like mSOL Soul Pool. And what that does is that creates a cash flow for the project long term. Because we're not thinking of as in a 1 month, 3 month project. We're thinking 5 years. How can we grow alongside Mango Markets and grow along with Solana as the infrastructure develops and gets stronger. So that's pretty much what Mango Heroes is about right now. You can mint us at mangoheroes.com, and I made some special mango chefs for the giveaway today. So that's about it.
Yeah, the mint is happening right now, correct?
Yeah, the mint is still open, and we're still developing different things in the background. The implementation onto Mango Markets, that's already been pushed up to them, so that probably will be in the next version that they roll out. And like I said, there's other social elements that we're working on, adding Trollbox to Mango Markets, the gamification of that platform in terms of creating trophies and badges for users, and yeah, just we're working on both ends of the art and development.
Is that troll box like the old Poloniex days?
Yeah, I was more inspired by Bybit because Bybit had that for a while, and it was just a cool function. And they also had trading competitions between Bybit and Binance. So I think those sort of elements end up bringing a lot of users on board. And now the Mango has kind of created a more stable platform. I think it's ready to start ramping up the user base.
For sure, man. Thanks for giving that background. I usually handle the treasury and the financial side of Mango Heroes. If you're here and seeing the AMA screen, my profile pic is the special mango chef that ET put together for you guys. But yeah, we're really big on putting our treasury to work, and we kind of want to create those same type of collaborations with as many projects as we can. So that's kind of where Mango Heroes and Marinade comes into hand, because we really want to make sure that other NFT projects are well aware of the benefits of basically staking your soul and then putting it to use within other pools. So just as we want to build out those same type of relationships. That's kind of where we know that we have a lot of artists and developers and a lot of creatives within the whole ecosystem that really want to put out good work, and of course receive the benefits of really creating these type of collaborations.
Yeah, it's cool. We're honored that you guys chose us to deal with your treasure with. And there's a lot of synergies here. And I myself, like the NFTs you guys have, they're growing on me because they're really cute, and I like the idea of creating like this social aspect to Mango markets utilizing NFTs like this. I think it's quite genius. So really curious to see how you guys develop in the future. I will be following for sure.
Thank you, man. We appreciate you. Appreciate you.
So you guys had prepared a couple of NFTs, right? Would you mind explaining a little bit about those NFTs you prepared?
Yeah, sure. So for the giveaway, we have the original Mango Heroes from our original supply of 7,000, but I made some special Mango chefs with wearing a chef costume and the Solana gradient, just for you guys. So those are just special. And they have different poses. Like the one that Johan has knives, and another one has a dish, and they're just fun. That's it.
Yeah, that's good stuff. So so for everybody who's listening now, all of you who have the Marinade role, in order to be able to, because we're gonna do a lottery with this the NFTs that Mango Heroes has been kind enough to share with us. So in order to be part of the lottery, what you need to do now is to write a mango, the mango emoji in the chat, and just this one. Boom! I pasted it in the chat. You have to have the Marinade role to be eligible to participate in the lottery. So if you don't have the Marinade role, go get it quickly, because that's what I'm going to look at when I'm looking at all these freaking mangoes that is coming into the chat here. So yeah.
How do I get the marinator role, Papa Sep?
You get the Marinator role by going to the section called MDAO Access, that category in the chat. And then you go to verify MNDE, and you follow the instructions there. So we utilize Grape protocol to verify the wallet holdings with Discord. And you will need to have 20 Marinade tokens in your wallet to be able to get the role. So I'm going to look at the mangoes here. There's a lot of fucking mangoes right now. I'm going to look at the mangoes just as we end the AMA, and then I'm gonna need a couple of minutes to organize everything and deal with the lottery, just so you guys know. So that's it. I'm seeing a lot of mangoes coming in here. That's pretty funny, to be honest. All right. So while we're dealing with the mangoes, I want to thank Etsplo and Johan to come over. That they came over here from Mango Heroes to explain what they're doing. A pretty cool project, just my personal opinion. So, and also very grateful for these NFTs that they're sharing through our community here. So thanks a lot, guys, for taking the time with this. And we'll move on to the AMA part of the of this little open kitchen. So we already have a couple of questions from some users. Oh God, Esplo, yeah, that's the NFTs, right? Gosh, they look so cool. Okay, so we have a couple of questions already that came in from some users in the chat. If you have any questions, like make sure to drop them now. Drop your mango first, and then drop the question. So we'll start with the first question that came from Player of Bits, and the question is as follows: do we think that mSOL acceptance on marketplaces is likely to lead to higher staking, or is it meant for more visibility? It would seem like wanting to stake SOL doesn't necessarily overlap with wanting to spend it. That's a pretty good question. Who would mind dealing with that one?
I can jump. Like when we're talking to people, the most common thing we hear is that I have 90% of my mSOL of my SOL in staked through Marinade, and it's in mSOL, but the this 10% is there's just like a little tiny bit for fees, and the rest is for NFTs. So it's not like like one part is of course that we want to replace the whole the each and every SOL in the ecosystem, but another which is like very like a long-hanging part of the thing is that basically people demand it, so we are after what our people want. But that being said, I think also we can also tap to this market of NFTs, because one of the things I realized on the it was not just like on the Solana conference, but basically I was also like on other conferences. I realized this thing that the DeFi world and NFT world is kind of like two bubbles. So we have like this one crypto bubble, but in this bubble there are like two bubbles, and people kind of maybe don't know, like if people are into NFTs, they might not know what is DeFi and vice versa. So I think it's like a very good way also to tap and engage with this community.
That's a good reply to a good question. So we'll move forward with the next question then from Fanaras. The question is, see, Lucia, you reacted with the emoji there as I was talking about this question. So the question is, as mSOL and Marinade gets bigger, would you consider expanding Marinade as a launchpad? Given the advantage presented by Marinade, it seems optimal. Or if not directly, maybe indirectly with your partners among Solana. Pretty decent question. I like that question. Does anybody want to take the lead on this one? And I'll take the lead then. So honestly,
I think this is mostly for like Michael or Lucio to share their things. I think we like. So here's the thing. Launchpad might be like permissionless, but what we are thinking about is maybe like sponsoring or granting or providing like bootstrapping budget for teams that are building something important, something cool, something interesting on Solana. And we don't want to do it alone, right? This should be like part of the DAO function to allocate the treasury funds to something that will be meaningful. So we invite you into the conversation. That's I think how we are thinking about it. Is it a launchpad? Maybe. I see Launchpad as like a neat product with a web page and stuff. I think it's gonna be more dirtier than that, but it can be more impactful in that sense as well.
Yeah, I again, we've been saying from the building.
You're breaking out there, Michael.
Yeah, sorry. So I just wanted to say that we've been saying from the beginning that we will be supporting projects building on top of mSOL. So it might be natural way how to do it to support them through the treasury. I don't know if it's a lot, but we want to do this. That's for sure.
Yes, one thing, we are trying to become a space where anyone in the Solana community can build. Think about Marinade as an open place. So if you have an idea and you want to call it a launchpad, you will find here a lot of very good developers, a lot of willingness to cooperate, and several projects going on, and we can include new ones. The idea is to be as open as possible. It will be really an open DAO.
Yeah, and at the moment we are actually doing it. So in the past weeks, we've onboarded like 6 new people just coming to us and having some ideas. And we said, this is a budget, and let's go. Let's try to build something together. So yeah, I agree on what Lucio said, and we are already doing this tiny launchpad. The results are not out yet, but we're doing it, I would say.
And I like take on explanation of that. It's not an aseptic product like a launchpad with a website. It's a place where you can come and talk. If you want to start building, it will be messier, but it will be also, let's say, it has a lot of more human touch than maybe a product like a launchpad. Next
Cool.
question,
Yeah, I think that was satisfactory answers there. So let's see. Next question is from our dear copycat. Name a good thing or experience from Breakpoint. And I saw that you guys dealt with this in the chat, but it's such a funny event. So maybe we could talk a little bit about that highlight of the Breakpoint conference. So David, do you want to talk about this, or is it too traumatic still?
Well, one part of the story is actually you being involved. I'm not sure whether we can talk about it, but basically, it was after we were hosting this side event, like one party, during the Solana Breakpoint. There was this like one night when we hosted a party with Step Finance, Phantom, and Yup Global, right? Maybe I forgot someone, but doesn't matter. Basically, the next. Me and Ellie, we had to stay there because Michael was having a talk the next day, so he left early. Most of the guys, they also left early, so it was just like me and Ellie on the dance floor, and then like Sebastian and Marco, who took care of the of our duties, because that's how distributed team works. We need to support each other. So we managed to close the party, and the next day, it was like a tough day, right? So I slept like 4 hours, and woke up, realized that I lost like something. That doesn't matter what was it, but like it was not like a good start of the day. Then another thing is I went to this conference, and I saw the problem like we had is that Sebastian, he doesn't like, because of his health issues, he cannot be vaccinated. So, and there was this strict rule of not like letting any people who are who are not vaxxed in. So and it was like I felt like very sorry, so I at least like wanted to show him around, and like feel the vibes. So basically I wanted to sneak him in, and it didn't work out. The security guys, they saw us, so I got kicked out. Sebastian the cook got kicked out. And like the next thing which happened is that we were sitting on this boardwalk, just chilling, and basically yeah, like I found out there were like some crumbles in my bag, so I was like, yeah, why don't I feed the fish? So yeah, I was just like, throwing these crumbles from my bag, took the bag upside down, and I forgot about my fucking laptop, so so the laptop, slide into the, right into the river, and so I jumped there, tried to
Forgot the
to
laptop was there.
yeah, forgot the fucking laptop. Yeah, man. Like it was a tough day, I got kicked out from conference, so like I slept like 4 hours, and then yeah,
At this
like the
point,
funny
I
thing.
was in the bathroom. I left these guys like for 2 minutes to go to the bathroom. And when I come back, everyone's staring down in the sea, and I'm like, "Where's David? And where were you, David?"
Yeah, I was like, swimming in the river, and then there was like some random dude, right? He just like went, he went completely naked and also jumped to the, to this Tejo, which is like it's like a river slash, it's a river, and it's like super disgusting because there are like so many, like boats and industrial like stuff happening, and it's just like not a pleasant, river to swim in. But there was like this guy who was like trying to help me, or help us. It didn't work out. But the funny thing is, like the next day we went around, and actually, Ellie was like, yeah, look, the sea level is like a little lower, and we're like, maybe we can see it, and we fucking saw the laptop. So at least like, I am not afraid of the of my private keys.
Great story, man.
Yeah.
Maybe if I can zoom out a bit or zoom up a bit. The important part about Breakpoint is we met a lot of the people in the Marinade team for the first time, and we realized like we are a good group together. We laugh at the same jokes. Everyone is pretty funny. Everyone is like smiling a lot. Everyone is cooperative. And besides like this disastrous and wet moment for David's laptop, the conference was pretty amazing. Like people recognized Marinade. They offered us to like cooperate. They wanted to build stuff together with us. So in a way, I'm really bullish on Solana's community or Solana's dev community, be it NFTs, be it DeFi. That was really great experience. And this laptop was at this point just like a funny anecdote that just like supported the whole awesome conference. My point is, if you are deciding whether to go for the next one or won't, we'll probably be there because it's a well spent time. So come say hi.
One thing, I can imagine somebody watching from the sideline. So you went near the water and turned down your laptop container, and the laptop fell down. What was it?
Yeah, but like the good actually because of this there was like a lot of attention, and then
Yeah, man.
we because of that sorry, Lucia. Okay, continue.
No, we need to spin this story. The story is now we sacrificed the laptop to the river in order for Marinade to grow.
Exactly, and that's like what I actually wanted to say
It's
because
a liquid
of this.
staking.
Yeah, because of that, there was this guy from Phantom, right? From the wallet, like Phantom, and like what's happening here? And like I got out. I was like, yeah, we want you to integrate us.
I know it.
Well,
We
yeah,
take liquid staking to the limit. Yes. I
yeah,
like it.
exactly. Into real life. Okay, yeah. Well, that was a pretty memorable day, to be honest. Like 3 things in a row there, basically. Let's move on to another question, and we have a question about NFT staking here, and that says from Fanaras, what's your perspective of NFT staking? Would it be possible for Marinade to offer NFT staking for various of NFT projects? Not sure if I can reply to this question myself. Anybody else want to deal with this one?
Maybe if you're any close.
I forgot the question. Can you
what's
repeat
your
it again?
what's your perspective with NFT staking? Would it be possible for Marinade to offer NFT staking for various of NFT projects?
So we were actually speaking to some of the projects that that posed to that they basically gave us the very same question, and I don't see yet a solution. So we are continuing to discuss with them what would it mean if you stake your NFT. What did you get back? Funnel us if you have an answer. Like, I'm happy to have a chat with you. Just reach out to me on Discord. Like, what is the outcome of the NFT staking? If we can figure it out, I think it can be one of the interesting products for Marinade. Maybe let me wrap this into a family. Right now, Marinade is doing Solana staking, right? We are liquid staking solution, Solana delegating to validators. We're pushing to get 10 million SOL staked as like our next milestone. We invite you to push with us, and one day when we are really successful on this mission and are able to decentralize Solana and become really like guardians of its security, we will have a lot of goodwill, or like not we, but Marinade, you together with us, will have a lot of goodwill in staking. You will basically be a trusted party in which anyone can approach with their assets and ask for staking. So there is a product potential in there to be under Marinade's brand, under Marinade's umbrella. I think at this point it might be like too early, and it might not be. I don't know. What we've been building is taking for Solana and decentralizing the stake delegation and through that the security. But like, if you have interesting ideas how the NFT staking will work, come talk to me or anyone in the team, because we'll hopefully, with a lot of work, a lot of effort, and with your help, we'll get to a point where we can extend this trust, the goodwill, into other staking products, or not. I don't know. Speaking about things is one thing. Building them is the second one.
Hi. I'm thinking about staking in this way. We are getting real souls from validators. That's why it's 100% profit. If we using some another way of staking without actual minting of tokens, real tokens, it's the different story. Actually, we are started as 100% profit platform. We can think about another way of staking, but not now.
It's a difficult nut to crack, that one, and I've been contemplating this myself, and I haven't become any smarter regarding this idea myself either. But a lot of people are talking about it, so I'm sure there's going to be some interesting ideas around it soon, like Ekon said. And there are some difficulties there, like Roman mentioned too, that needs to be taken into account. Difficult nut to crack. So let's move on to the next question, and this is from DVAT, and it's about lending and price oracles, and it's as follows: do you have any influence on price oracles regarding mSOL? As of right now, all lending platforms seem to use one-on-one peg for mSOL collateral and SOL lending. As of the latter, I'm not sure if it's like that. Maybe somebody in the team can weigh in on this question.
Right now, price oracles we are utilizing for mSOL is Pith, Switchboard, and we also announced the partnership with Chainlink, which will deploy its solution to Solana, I think, in the foreseeable future. So the lending protocols already have means how to get the real price of mSOL. I think that Solent actually uses the Pith price feed already, so it's not one-to-one. I think Port was the one launching the earliest, so right now they might need to go back to this tech debt and fix it. With Larix, I'm not sure, so I need to recheck. But again, the infrastructure is there for them to switch to a real price of mSOL. Mango, I think they're already using Pyth as well. If I box them under lending and not perps, so they should also be using the real price. Maybe Lucio or Michael or Marco, anyone wants to correct me on that?
I would just like
I
maybe
think
add
it's all
then
good.
that that we are not in control of that, but each and every platform has their own processes and own way of choosing the
Different data
oracle.
sources and
Yeah.
so on. And now with mSOL listed, for example, on FTX, that's actually like a big data set as well to the mix of AMMs and so on. So yeah, the different providers of the oracles have different data sets, so they are not relying only on one single source of truth.
One technical comment. There is a one true price of mSOL. mSOL is a derivative of SOL, so you can compute the true price of mSOL by seeing how much SOL is staked in Marinade and how much mSOL is the total supply. So that's the true price that anyone can compute, measuring SOL. If you want to measure it something else, having the price of SOL and doing the computation, you can get any price. There are other prices of SOLs that are derived from the fact that some AMMs becomes unbalanced. Let's say if you want to get mSOL at the true price and zero fee, the best way is to stake in Marinade. But because mSOL is in so many places, some pools might become unbalanced, sometimes where it's cheaper to get mSOL by swapping in some places than staking on Marinade. But of course, that situation becomes, let's say, rapidly solved by arbitrageurs.
Yeah, our system has infinite capability of swapping SOL and mSOL back and forth.
Yeah, never becomes unbalanced like they can be on certain AMMs. Which, like you said, Lucio, could be used for who wants benefit if one is quick and savvy about it. It's not for everybody to measure like pool weights and so on. It's quite difficult. But there is this opportunity, though. It's important to be aware of it. Let's move forward to the next question. And this question, I found it a little bit interesting. It's from AA, and the question is as follows. Are you open to create other M assets beyond SOL? For example, if Invictus were to create a locked 6 month staked in token, could you create the M6 in 6 month staked marinator in token? Who should we contact? So the idea is if we can create other marinated tokens other than Solana. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, the same as staking NFT. If it's not a real token, it's question how to get profit.
I would say
maybe we can do it, but maybe because
yeah, Michael, we cannot hear you, but at the moment we're focused on replacing the whole SOL in the ecosystem, and that's what we are after at the moment. So I think I will leave it here. It's like big enough goal, I would say.
Well, so does that mean that it's possible, but we are not on allocating any resources to that?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So let's move forward to another question, and this is from Yental, and the question is as follows, and this will be the last question, guys. So last question is as follows. Is it possible to create something like ISOs on Cardano? series of launch pools where you can stake your soul to receive tokens of different projects. It's a fun idea. What do you guys say about that? It's a little bit launchpad-ish that we already talked about, but still. Anybody? Well, I can say myself, like it is like we said before with the question about doing some kind of launch pad as well on Marinade. Probably possible, and it seems like you have a pretty cool idea there. So I would ask you to talk more about this idea in the Marinator chat, so we can all join in and have our say in the chat over there, because I think it's a pretty cool idea. What do you say, Gustav?
I think this is like a product that, or like product. This is like a project that should stay on its own. It would be really cool if it was powered by mSOL. So anyone who wants to build this, please get in touch with us. What I also think is this is a big endeavor at this point, and if you ask us to start building this, we'll lose focus on our primary like mission, which is really decentralize the Solana and become the like safekeepers of Solana's security. So do you see around yourself capable builders, capable founders, entrepreneurs, blockchain enthusiasts? Like let's group them together, create a party, and let's venture forth into a dungeon of building this. We're happy to give you advice. If you're building an mSOL, we can talk about like creating some grant funding for this. It makes sense, but maybe not for the Marinade at this point and its developers. What do you guys think?
Well said. Well said. So that was the last question for this time. And it's been a little bit more than an hour now. Thanks a lot to everybody who came to listen to us and to listen also to what Mango Heroes had to say. Thanks to you, Mango Heroes, for coming and sharing the fun. And we'll look to having a open kitchen sometime soon again. Not like in 1 month, like hopefully before Christmas if we're lucky. There's a couple of other AMA events planned as well that we're going to talk more about later on too. So thanks to everybody, thanks to the team, thanks to Mango Heroes, thanks to the Marinators, and thanks to everybody else who came to listen. And with that said, I guess this is concluded. The kitchen is closing.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks for your attention. Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you, Mango Heroes. Bye-bye.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye
thank you,
bye.
Mango Heroes.